working for you. Fox 2 News at 10 starts now.
Trapped and looking down the barrel of a gun. One innocent man is dead, 2 others forever traumatized. Good evening, everyone. I'm Taryn Asher.
And I'm Roop Raj. Right now, a gas station clerk is facing a felony for locking those men inside of his store with a crazed gunman. Fox 2's Camille Amiri has been working this story all night long. She joins us live with the details. Camille, just terrifying moments to talk about here.
Yeah, an absolutely horrific situation for these customers. I mean, imagine you're going in to maybe buy a pack of cigarettes or a pack of gum or whatever, and suddenly you find yourself locked inside and you can't get out, and the gas station attendant is not letting you out until it's too late. Take a listen.
I think he should be charged. I really do.
A gas station clerk is now being charged in connection with a triple shooting at a Detroit gas station on May 6th. Wayne County prosecutor Kim Worthy says Al Hassan Aish played a role in the shooting death of an innocent customer because he pushed an automatic security button locking the doors. It happened at this mobile on McNichols near the lodge. Customers trapped inside with the gunman upset about his $4 purchase being declined. Police say Samuel McCray shot all 3 of them. Gregory Kelly died at the scene. The other 2 men survived.
Minding your own business, you come into a business and you get shot. I mean, what kind of system would that make?
Meanwhile, the store clerk, just 22 years old, was not in harm's way.
He was behind the bulletproof. He should have never locked the door.
Aish is being charged with involuntary manslaughter. Investigators say he eventually pushed a security button to unlock the doors, but failed to tell the customers. They say that was just seconds before McCray started shooting.
So I can tell you right now that the gas station remains closed. Police closed it down the day of the shooting. Actually happened in the middle of the night, so later that day. They closed it down because it was an unauthorized business, not licensed, nothing to do with the shooting, but it still remains closed to this day. And again, this suspect expected to be formally charged, and we'll get a first look at him tomorrow morning. Reporting live, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, sadly, in Detroit and many other big cities, gas station parking lots or the stations outdoors are considered the danger zones. Here, you don't imagine that someone would be trapped inside with a gunman, making that the worst place to be.
Yeah, and it really makes you think, too, that, you know, this was an argument between the store clerk and the guy who wanted the stuff, even though he couldn't pay for it. He was declined, so he tried to leave with that stuff, and then, of course, he hits that button like you can't get out, but then things escalate. And then you see that these people are trapped inside and they can't get out, and then he hits the button, but he doesn't tell them. I mean, it's a horrible scenario. It's just something that none of us imagined that we would ever be a part of. Our heart goes out to everybody involved in this.
Unimaginable terror inside, and such a sad loss at the same time. Camille Amiri for us live. Thank you. Now, Fox News' Dave Kinchin is working another angle to this story. He's digging into a plan that's meant to keep shoppers safe after dark. Take a look.
Tonight on The Edge, activists in Detroit and elected officials are pushing for a measure that would prevent store clerks from locking customers inside their businesses, especially during overnight hours when there may be danger that's imminent. This after a 37-year-old man was gunned down inside a gas station, an argument over just a few dollars.
There's no reason for a business to be open. Too much crime, too many things are happening at that time, and they don't have armed guards. Either you make them shut down or you make them hire armed guards to ensure that our citizens are safe.
Find out more about that legislation and which members of Detroit City Council are putting all of that together tonight on The Edge.
Well, 2 men are found dead inside a home on Detroit's east side. We're told both victims had been shot to death at a home on Bliss Street near Van Dyke and East 7 Mile. The family of one of the victims hadn't heard from him in a few days and made the discovery when they went to check on him. It's not clear when the men were killed. So far, no arrest in the case.
Well, mourners came out today to honor a Detroit nurse police say was kidnapped and killed by her ex-boyfriend. 29-year-old Patrice Wilson was taken as she left her shift at a hospital over the weekend. Her body found later that day. Tonight, a vigil was held to remember her. Photojournalist Lauren Klein takes us inside.
Strength is perfect when all strength is gone.
Patrice was such a kind-hearted woman. I am just speechless about what's going on right now. It's very heartbreaking, and, you know, no one could ever think that this would even happen. It's just a lot of disbelief. I don't have any words, and I'm just so upset that this shouldn't have been the way that, you know, that she passed, and, you know, but I'm glad that people are coming together in memory of her.
Patrice was just beautiful. She was beautiful. Her soul was, her smile was, the way she carried herself. I love how she was just always effortlessly authentic. I'm gonna miss her, but I know, like, in the way she's inspired me and showed me how to be a sister and how to be a great woman, that those lessons will always be with me.
Any problems that you have with people, you have to realize that life is short, and everything, you just have to let it go and love someone for who they are, because your time on earth is limited.
Our hearts go out to Patrice's family and friends tonight. The suspect accused of kidnapping and killing Wilson turned himself into police.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts declares he's profoundly disappointed after the state Supreme Court says they're not taking his case. Fouts is ending his bid at a 5th term because the Court of Appeals said he's not eligible to run. It's right there in the city charter. Fouts made his first public comments at Warren City Hall today since the ruling.
As far as I know, I'm done unless someone comes up with something. My focus will be on electing someone that will represent all of the citizens.
68% of the voters passed this term limit proposal and made it part of our charter. And right now we're on the cusp of change in Warren.
Fouts has served as Warren's mayor since 2007.
Well, it's been several days since Title 42 expired, and border cities are watching closely to see if they'll see a surge of migrants. But is the issue as bad as some thought it would be? And should Detroit, a sanctuary city, be bracing itself? Congresswoman Debbie Dingell and former Oakland County Chair Rocky Rachowski of the GOP weighs in at 10:30 on Let It Rip. Plus, a controversial decision to subtract the honors math track at Troy schools. 2 parents and a former teacher weigh in on if it was the right move. It's all coming up tonight at 10:30.
Costco is planning to build a business center on the former Northland Mall site in Southfield. It recently bought the 13.4-acre site to develop the 160,000 square foot shopping warehouse. Costco business centers are different from regular Costco stores. Products are sold in greater quantities, and they don't have bakeries or pharmacies. This will be the first location of its kind in Michigan. The former Northland Mall property is being redeveloped for office, retail, and multifamily housing.